And hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 4 of our distance learning module. It is Friday. So I hope you guys are feeling a little more relaxed, and thank God we've gotten through the week pretty much. Okay, so let's get started. Alrighty. So today, our video content, we're going to be doing 5 things. First things first, let's review day 3's homework. Then we're going to do a quick verb review, chants. Then we're going to read some Latin. We're going to mark up some Latin, and then I'm going to give you your homework assignment. Okay, so today is kind of going to be one of those weird days where you're probably going to be sitting at the computer with your headphones in, and it's going to sound really weird because you're just going to be saying random Latin things out loud, and that's okay. All right, just embrace it, love it, it'll be fun. Okay? The things you're going to need today are day 3's homework. That's yesterday's homework, when you listed out the verbs. You're going to also need your CLC textbook. That's the red textbook, and we're going to be on page 90 today. All right, and if you can find on Google Classroom, I have attached a typed out version of that story to assist you in your translation. You're going to need that later for when we do the markup, okay? And I need your translation caps, as per usual. All right, so moving right along, let's just start with item number 1. We're going to do our homework review. All right, so I listed them out, all the verbs that were found in the Pugna reading. Okay, and I've listed them here with their translations. Now, let's choose a color. I think a nice rusty, no, let's go salmon. Nice. Okay, so if you notice, we have the imperfect and we have the perfect. All right, so these are 2 separate columns, just to divide them up. All right, aside from number 2 and aside from no, that's the only one. Okay, so aside from number 2, all of these are very clearly imperfect. Okay, quick reminder, what kind of sheep go ba? It's the imperfect sheep. Okay, and all of these have been translated with a was-ing or a were-ing. Okay, and that is indicative of the imperfect as a quick review. Okay, so if your homework looked something like this, you were in the clear. Absolutely fine. Okay, if you have any questions on how any of these are translated, drop it in the comments on Google Classroom or send me an email. Okay, and again, let me just take this moment to mention, while we're going through this lesson today, please be sure to write down any questions that you have, okay? Because when it comes to translating or marking up even, if you're not sure of why something is the way it is, I need to know, okay? I need to know that you have some confusion, and that'll help me help you. So as we're doing this, keep a little notepad to your side, jot down any questions you might have, okay, because I do expect you to know that stuff, and if I don't get any questions sent to me, I assume that you know it, okay? Okay. All right, so back to this, we're going to go on to the perfect side over here. All right, and as we learned yesterday, okay, all of these end in some form of it, or erunt, okay? And the perfect, as a quick review, is just the simple past. Okay, in other words, it is completed action. Okay? Alright, so all of them are going to be translated as such. Alright, he, she, it punched, he, she, it heard, he, she, it hurried, he, she, it overpowered, he, she, or it chased, and he, she, or it praised. Okay, those are very final sounding in comparison to the imperfect, right? Which is known as continuous action. All right, he, she, or it was walking. Could still be walking, we don't know. They were buying something. They might have bought it. They might still have to buy it. We don't know. It's not very conclusive. Okay, so things like that. All right, so that was the homework. Now we're going to move on to our item number 2, quick verb review. We're going to do some chants together. Okay, so this is the part of the show where you need to say them out loud with me, as silly as it sounds. Okay, make it fun. Make your family all look at you weird. I don't know. It'll be funny, right? Do it for the joke. Okay. All right, so let's start with the present tense. All right, now I know we've done this with nouns, which I think we need to include some of that next week. But, okay, we need to start doing these for verbs as well. So I'll go through it once, and then you can say it with me. I'll do it again. All right, so this is how it sounds. Okay. O-S-T, mus, tis, nt. All right, please say it with me. O-S-T, mus, tis, nt. And one more time. O-S-T, mus, tis, nt. Okay, so those are your present tense endings. All right, now seeing them in action, some examples of the present tense in Latin. Okay, ambulo, I walk. Postulas, you demand. Pulsat, he, she, or it hits. Incitamos, we urge on. Festinatis, y'all hurry. And agitant, they chase. All right, now notice these have our present tense endings, okay, which also happen to be our personal endings as well. Okay, but this is just some examples. All right, now we're going to move on to the imperfect tense. Okay, remember the imperfect tense is the wasing, wereing. Okay, wasing, wereing. So let's say these out loud together. Bam, bas, bat, bamus, batis, bant. One more time. Bam, bas, bat, bamus, batis, bant. Okay, and again. Bam, bas, bat, bamus, batis, bant. All right, so those are your imperfect tense endings. And here are some examples of them in action. All right, ambula bam is I walk. Postula bas, you demand. Pulsa bat, he, she, or it hits. Incitabamos, we urge on. Festinabatis, y'all hurry. And agitabant, they chase. All right, now let me just draw your attention here. Each of these has that imperfect tense marker. Okay, B-A. What kind of sheep go ba? Imperfect sheep. And aside from this guy over here, you've pretty much got your personal endings. Okay, just as a side note, sometimes M means I. O or M can mean I. Okay, so that's that. Questions? Let me know. Moving on to the future tense. Okay, so we're still in the present system. All right, say these with me, please. Bo, bis, bit. Bimus, bitis, bunt. Again. Bo, bis, bit. Bimus, bitis, bunt. And one more time. Bo, bis, bit. Bimus, bitis, bunt. Okay? And that's it. It's a future tense. So we are going to see some of those in action. All right, ambulabo, I walk. Postulabis, you demand. Pulsabit, he, she, or it hits. Incitabimus, we urge on. Bestinabitis, y'all hurry. And agitabunt, they chase. Okay, now notice, we've got bo, bi, and bu. And we know the sheep that go bo, bi, bu, right? It's the future sheep. Okay, and in addition to that, you've got your personal endings, OST, mus, tis, and nt. All right? So there you go. Okay, Now we're moving out of the perfect. Nope. Rewind, try that again. We're going out of the present and into the perfect system. Okay? Now, the perfect system, the first verb tense that we've learned from the perfect system is the perfect tense. Okay? Let's repeat these. I isti it, imus istis erunt. Okay? One more time. I isti it, imus istis erunt. Okay? And one more time. I isti it, imus istis erunt. Alright? So those are your perfect tense endings. And now you will see them in action. Okay? Ambulawi is I walked. Oh my goodness. I put these all in the present tense. Silly Magistra. Tricks are for kids. Okay, so this is incorrect. It's I walked. And this is not the future tense. My goodness. This is the perfect. That's the danger of copy and paste. Okay, so ambulawi, I walked. Postulawisti, you demanded. Pulsawit, he, she, it, hit. Incitavimus, we urged on. Festinavistis, y'all hurried. Okay, and agitaverunt, they chased. All right, so just quick reminder, the perfect tense is the simple Pastor Rudy. Alrighty, so moving forward, if you have any questions on this, we will go over it again, so fear not if it hasn't quite sunk in just yet. Alright, so now I am going to need you to get out your textbook in preparation for the rest of this lesson and your homework that's going to go along with this. Alright, so this is the part of the show where we're going to just read some Latin out loud together. Alright, so I'm going to read a sentence and then I'd like you to repeat it after me, but out loud in your space, wherever you may be. Okay, so here we go. Clemens in foro ambulabat. Turba maxima erat in foro. Servi et ancillae cibum emebat. Let's try that one again because Maggie Mag made a mistake. Servi et ancillae cibum emebant. Okay. Multi pistores panem vendebant. Poeta recitabat. Mercator Graecus contentionem cum agricola habebat. Mercator iratus pecuniam postulabat. Subito agricola Graecum pulsavit. Quod Graecus agricolam vituperabat. Pompeiani ridebant. Et agricolam incitabant. Clemens, postquam clamorem audivit, ad pugnam festinavit. Tandem agricola mercatorem Superavit et e foro agitavit. Pompeiani agricolam fortem laudaverunt. Okay, so we just read all that Latin out loud, okay, and that's usually the first thing I want you to do anytime you see a Latin text. Just read through the Latin without translating anything, okay? Run your eyes over it. If you get the chance, read it out loud, okay, like we just did, and I hope you repeated the Latin after me. If you didn't, you might want to go back and do it again and say the Latin out loud because it's very good practice. And remember, spoken Latin will be a part of your midterm and final exam. Okay, so moving right along here. The second thing I'd like you to do when I give you a reading is look at the title and definitely look at the glossed vocabulary. Okay, when you look at the glossed vocabulary, it'll give you some idea of what the story's about even before you start putting your pen to paper and translate stuff. Okay, so just, you can pause the screen, but take a moment, look through this vocabulary. Okay, so there's probably going to be a fight. Something's very large, who knows? Bakers and bread are involved. Maybe they're hitting each other with bread. That would be funny, right? Okay, there's definitely an argument. Farmers demanding, punching. Somebody's like urging on, probably yelling, fight, 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 right? People are hurrying, someone was overpowered, and someone was chased. Okay, so that gives you some idea of what might be happening in the story. All right, so now it's time for the part of the show where we mark up Pugna together. So what you're going to do is you're going to need that page that's downloaded on Google Classroom. All right, it's just this document, this very same document. I'd like you to go through and mark up with me, okay? And to show that you've marked up with me, I'd like you to submit this on Google Classroom in addition to your homework assignment, okay? And those are two separate things. So we're going to go ahead and just mark this up, and I'm going to kind of show you and talk you through the thought processes you should be thinking of when marking up. Okay, so first sentence. Clemens in foro ambulabat. So first things first, find the verb. Okay, so ambulabat, it's got a T at the end, and it's got a tense marker, and it kind of looks like a verb we've seen before. All right, this is singular. So I'm looking for a singular subject. Oh, we've got one. It's Clemens. Okay, now in is a preposition, and it's usually followed directly by the object of the preposition. So we're going to circle that as a unit. Okay, that's your prepositional phrase. All right, so we got one sentence down. Next, turba maxima erat in foro. All right, so first things first, find the verb. Oh, okay, so it's erat, which we know means he, she, or it was. Okay, so this is some form of a linking verb. You can mark it up that way. Okay, now, with linking verbs, you've got one thing on one side of it and something on the other side. It acts almost as an equal sign. Okay, now let me draw your attention to this. Okay, turba is a word that ends in A, and maxima is an adjective. It also ends in A. Okay, so it's probably a good guess that these two words go together. So I think we're going to just apply a big old subject noun to those two as a unit. All right, turba maxima, they probably are going together. Okay, and in, as we said before, is a preposition, and it's usually followed by the object of the preposition. So this is your prepositional phrase. Okay, moving right along here. Okay, next sentence. Servi et ancillai quibum emebant. All right, first things first. Find yo verb. Okay, so emebant looks kind of like a verb. See, it's got that NT personal ending, and we can tell a little more about it because it's got a BA tense marker and the stem MA, which means to buy. Okay, so we're figuring stuff out. Now, NT is plural, which means we have to have a plural subject. Do we have something that's nominative and plural in this sentence? Yes, we do. Okay, you've got serwi and you've got ankylai, interestingly enough. It's connected by this et, okay? Et is connecting two nouns in this particular instance. All right, now what are we going to do with kibum? Now, kibum ends in um, okay? And um is accusative. Okay, kibum is a second declension masculine noun. So us, I, o, accusative, direct object. Okay, now, multi pistores panem vendebant. Okay, so first things first, find the verb. Definitely has a verb ending. All right, it's plural. Do we have a plural nominative subject in this sentence? By Jove, we do. Okay, and that's pistores. Okay, pistores is a third declension noun. Okay, and that es ending is nominative plural. Okay, and it's definitely masculine. It's going with multi. These two things go together. So multi pistores is your subject noun, and em, panis, is third declension, accusative ending. Okay, that's that em ending here. All right. Next, poeta recitabat. All right, first things first, find the verb. This sentence is easy because it's only got two parts in it. All right. Bat is singular and poeta is singular nominative, so they go together. Okay, next. Mercator graecos contentionem cum agricola habebat. Okay, so first things first, let's find our verb. And usually it's a good bet to look at the end of the sentence. A lot of you pointed that out in your homework, which was super cool, and that's correct. Usually the main verb will occur at the end of the sentence. Okay, so we've got habebat, all right, singular. Is there a nominative singular? Yes, there is. It's mercator. And graecos is just telling you what kind of mercator he is. So we're going to subject noun this unit here. These two are going together. They're both nominative, they're both singular, and they're both masculine. Okay, so the mercator graecos habebat contentionem em. Third declension, accusative. Okay, now cum, that's a preposition. And we know that if we see a preposition, usually following right behind it is the object of the preposition. So it's probably going with agricola. All right, so that's your prepositional phrase. Moving right along here. Mercator iratus pecuniam postulabat. Okay, first things first, find the verb. There it is. Okay. Now, singular. Do we have a singular nominative subject here? Yes, we do. It's mercator. But what kind of mercator? Oh, he's iratus. Okay, so these two things are going together. And pecuniam, am, if it ends in am, em, or um, most often it is accusative. Okay? Subito is just an adverb. You don't necessarily need to mark it up. It's just kind of telling you when something happened. Okay, so suddenly. Agricola graecum pulsavit, quod graecus agricolam vituperabat. Okay, so first things first, we're going to find our verbs in this sentence, but let's start with the first chunk. Okay, we're going to work with subito to pulsavit. All right, so your verb is pulsavit, it's singular, and agricola, singular. Okay, but it's not going with graecum because graecum is accusative. Okay, it's that um ending. If it was agrikola then it could go together, but actually, yes, yeah, then it could go together, but it's not. All right, so that's your direct object. Now, quod. Quod means because. Okay? So let's find our verb in this sentence. We've got vituperabat. Singular again. We need a singular nominative subject noun. It's going to be graikos. And agrikolam is your direct object. Okay? Hang in there, kids. We're almost there. All right, and you don't have to mark up quod. It's just there, okay? Just know that it's a transition word. Next, Pompeiani ridebant et agricolam incitabant. Okay, let's mark this up. Where are our verbs? All right, so we've got ridebant here, and we've got incitabant. Okay, now nt, both of them, so they both need nominative, plural, subject nouns. Okay, Pompeiani is nominative and plural. So that's probably your subject noun. All right, now what about agricolam? Remember, if it ends in am, em, or um, it's probably accusative. So this is your direct object here. Okay, if you run into trouble translating this, let me know. Okay, and a little bit left. Okay, clemens postquam clamorem audivit ad pugnam festinavit. All right, just reading through that, we found two verbs. Always find your verb first. And they're both singular, so we got to have a nominative singular subject. Do we have one? Yes, we do. It's clemens. Okay, so clemens postquam audivit clamorem. If it ends in am, em, or um, it's probably direct object. Okay, now ad. You've got ad and pugnam to deal with. Okay, ad is a preposition, and we know that it's usually followed by its object of the preposition. So we're just going to circle this right here. All right. Postquam, don't worry about marking that up. That's kind of just also a transition word. It's adverbial in the same way that quod is kind of almost like that, and subito and all those. Okay. Tandem agricola mercatorem superavit et ephoro agitavit. All right, so right off the bat, we've found two verbs. Okay, and they've got your perfect endings, both singular, so we need a nominative singular subject. Do we have one? Yes, we do. It's agricola. Don't worry about marking up tandem, it's just an adverb. Okay, now mercatorem, if it ends in am, em, or um, it's probably the direct object. Okay, et is a conjunction, and it's just connecting kind of clauses almost. Now a is a preposition, and it's usually followed by its object of the preposition. So this is your prepositional phrase right here, ephoro. Okay, and finally, Pompeiani agricolam fortem laudaverunt. All right, so laudaverunt is your verb. Okay, it's got that verb ending. Sounds kind of verby. The nt means it's plural. Do we have a plural nominative subject noun? Yes, we do. Okay, it's right here. Pompeiani. Now, agricolam is accusative, am, em, or um, and fortem is also accusative. So these two things are probably going together. They're your direct object unit. Okay, so that was the markup with kind of a verbal, me talking out loud thought process on how to do this kind of thing. If you have any questions on why a certain word is a certain way, please reach out, ask. Please ask questions, guys. I need to know what you're thinking, okay? That's super important for me. So without further ado, I will give you your homework now. Your homework assignment is, please write out a formal translation of Pugna. So be sure to be careful, though, with your verb tenses. Okay, this will be due by 11:59 p.m. tonight. I'm doing that so that you guys can have the weekend to chill out. All right? So there's two things I'm going to need from you. Okay, I need to know that you followed me along with the markup. So I'm going to need the markup of the story, Pugna, and I'm going to need the translation of the story, Pugna. Okay? So if, again, comments, questions, concerns, you can always hit me up on my email, sslade@gcali.com. All right? I will not talk to you until next week. Have a great weekend. Good luck with the homework. Reach out if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. And I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Have a great one. Bye.